Welcome back to another episode of the Nina Gervase Show. Today, we're going to talk about something a little simple but can actually have a huge impact on your life, and that is journaling. And I know there are a lot of people out there who hate journaling, but hear me out on this journaling. We're going to do one today to start out with. It's really easy. It's something that you can do at night. All you need is a notebook, paper, whatever the case may be. I do recommend, however, that it's something you actually physically write down and not do on an app on your phone, because the act of writing is very different from just typing on an electronic device. And there's something really special about pulling out old journals years later and flipping through the pages. Something very nostalgic, something that really touches the heart more than an electronic. So that's my plug for pen and paper versus your phone. Now, moving on. Let me tell you about how I started this. Once on a podcast, I heard somebody say, look, you don't have to be better at whatever it is you're trying to do all at once. What you should strive for is for every day just being 1% better at it than the day before. And that really stuck with me. I was like, damn. Like a lot of us think it's either all in or nothing. I'm either fully like at the gym and doing this workout every single day, or I'm not at all. And as soon as I don't go for a day, like I'm a horrible person. No. It's 1% better each day at whatever it is that you're working at. And that takes so much pressure off of yourself. If you can each day acknowledge, again on paper, people, I'm going to keep preaching it, that you are 1% better at whatever it is that you're working at, and you write it down, you're actually like not only showing the gratitude for it, but you just held yourself accountable. You're like, holy moly, like I see it. I actually did make progress today. Because so many of us, powerful women, independent women, can finish the day and say, oh, I didn't do enough. Oh, I still have so much to do. And start to feel this pressure. We put so much pressure on ourselves for all of the things we have to do, we didn't do, whatever the case may be. But if you can just write down and acknowledge something that you've done 1% better than the day before, it is amazing. And you look over it day after day at the end of 7 days, and you start to read all the little progress steps that you've made. Man, you're going to see so much growth happening inside of you. You're going to be able to see where you started and where you're at now. And then, like I said, years from now, when you pull out journals, you'll be able to go back and read and be like, man, I thought that was so hard for me to do. And I took those little baby steps and I did it. And now looking back, I'm like, oh, in the end, it was easy. It was easy because you acknowledged the steps along the way. It was easy because you kept going forward. That's what acknowledging this 1% each day can do. It can keep the momentum going forward. Okay, so each night you're getting out your journal. And the first thing you're starting with is the following prompt. The one thing I did 1% better today is, you can see it another way. My 1% better today is, and you state what you did. You state what you did 1% better. Write it out. Take as many lines as you want. Make it as simple as you want. Bullet point it, whatever the case may be. Acknowledge it. Okay? Now, the next thing you're going to do in this journal prompt is write down your 3 gratitudes for the day. It's going to have you take out the negative and have you find 3 positive things that you are grateful for that day. They can be as little as hot coffee, my kids being, like helpful around the house. Y'all, I'm always grateful when that happens. Time walking with the dogs on the Greenway Trail. It doesn't have to be anything super profound. It might be the same thing day after day that you're grateful for. But the point is, take time each day to acknowledge a minimum of three things that you're grateful for. Now, one thing that I understand very well is that when you are in the depths of a hard time in your life, and I know hard times because my husband passed away years ago, and I was with my two children who were toddlers then, well, and grade school. Y'all, I know how hard it can be to find something to be grateful for when you're in the midst of really hard times. But finding those three things, much like acknowledging your 1%, can really bring you forward, can get you out of stuckness, can get your head and your heart out of this negative space that keeps pulling you down or keeping you from that momentum that you know you need going forward. So yeah, sometimes it can be hard, but finding those things to be grateful for sheds a whole new light on your life. It shows you the beauty around you. It shows you all the things that you have. It shows you what's in your heart. And you start to really just appreciate and say, man, you know what? It was a really hard day, but I really enjoyed having my dinner with my children, or whatever the case may be. Find three things that you're grateful for at minimum. I have some people who I'm coaching who write down way more than three things. Great. The more, the merrier. But give yourself a minimum of three each night. All right. So now let's move on to the next thing that you'll be doing in this journal prompt. The next thing you're going to say is, tomorrow I will be better at. Now that's also an accountability prompt, right? So now you're saying, all right, I was 1% better and dang, I am moving forward. And there are things that I am ever so grateful for. But you know what? I know there's other things I can improve. I know there's something else inside of me that I can just do a little bit better. There's something else that I want accountability and movement on. There's something else that I want to bring awareness to, right? I'm very big about awareness and taking action on so that I don't stay in this stuck place, in this negative place, or so I don't stay where I am and I can move forward with that goal. Strong, independent women, a lot of times we spend a lot of time serving other people and we give and we don't necessarily stop and really acknowledge, hey, I can be better at this for myself. Hey, I can be better at this for my goals. Hey, I can be better at this for the world at large, for who it is that I'm helping. So it's saying tomorrow I will be better at is a phenomenal way to acknowledge and take action. And maybe tomorrow's your 1% better is a reflection on what you wrote the night before, what you want to actually be better at. So my 1% better could be, yeah, I said I wanted to drink more water every single day. Did I do it? Did I hold myself accountable? There are many times that my journal prompt, I want to be better at, is the same dang prompt, the same dang answer, because I have not actually done it, right? Like I say I want to drink more water, but did I actually do it? No. So I'm going to continue putting it down and holding myself accountable with it. So, you know my pattern here. I love acknowledgement. I love awareness. And then I love taking action. And that's for you too. And the last thing, it's a pretty simple journal prompt, right? Four things that we're going to be writing down. Well, more because it's three of your gratitudes. But anyway, the last thing I want you to write down is an affirmation. An I am statement, a positive statement in the present tense. I am a badass woman who is definitely the principal at my job, and I take my entrepreneurship forward. I am the best mom and spend time with my children. Write it in the present tense. Write it in a way that you feel it in your heart, that causes fire within you, that just transforms you, that you're like, hell yeah, this is true about me. It could be something that isn't even happening to you yet, that you want to call in to yourself right now. I am a multimillionaire. You don't have to be, but you can continue to call that identity in so that when you are that multimillionaire, you can say, hell yeah, I knew it all along. Use affirmations to inspire you. Use that fire in your heart. Some people feel like, you know what? It just feels like I'm like not being authentic. I'm not being real. You find a statement that feels authentic to you and then challenge yourself to think bigger. Make these affirmations something that will motivate you. Make these affirmations something that rings true in your heart. Make these affirmations just so on fire that when you read it, it stirs something inside of you. Okay, so again, journal prompts are pretty simple. What was my 1% better today? What did I do 1% better? What are my 3 gratitudes? What can I do better tomorrow? And then an I am affirmation statement. If you do that on a nightly basis, and y'all, don't beat yourself up if you don't do it every single night. So what? So you skipped a few nights. So you skipped a week. So you skipped a month. Get back to it. But if you can do it for 7 days straight right now, I want you to come back to this episode and comment and tell me if it changed your life in any way, if it changed your inner being and how you approach things and all of that. Because my goal with this is that you are inspired. I mean, so many of us get caught up in the day to day and we forget that journaling is simple. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Journaling can just be like a small notebook, a pen by your bedside each night or every other night or whatever the case may be. But it's there to help you. It's an accountability practice as well. If you're able to do this and put that acknowledgement out there and you go back and you read it over and over again, you're going to feel inspired. You're going to inspire yourself. Strong, independent women, man, like we have this fire inside of us. We know that there is so much more that we can be doing, and we are want to give it more to the world, even, and to ourselves. And y'all hear me on every episode just about say, it starts with awareness. It starts with acknowledgement and then taking action. And that's what you need to do. So if you can just grab a journal, y'all go to Dollar Tree for goodness sake, or dollar store, and pick something up that's simple. It does not need to be anything fancy, a spiral notebook. I will say fancy, pretty ones do inspire you each day to pick it up and write in it, but it doesn't have to be anything fancy. And again, I will say it, grab paper and pen or a pencil, but do not use your phone. Make it something you physically write down because it's a different emotion, feeling process, and it'll be different when you go back later on and can flip through the pages. All right, y'all, that's all I have for you today on this episode. And I really appreciate you listening. To thank you, I do actually have a linked below in the description, some journal prompts that you can download for free. It's all for free for you because I want to inspire you and help you take action in your life. So until next time, thank you so much for listening to The Nina Gervase Show.